Great meeting you. I'm a fan.
That's crazy.
I damn near worship you growing up.
Who are you?
I'm him.
Who are you?
I'm him. Monta.
Let's play a little catch.
A young football player gets to train with his idol in him, one of few new movies I'll be reviewing this week on CJ at the Movies, along with another football movie starring Michael Chiklis, Billy Zane as Marlon Brando, and new films starring Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, and Glenn Close. I'm Christopher Zweig. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Him, the latest horror movie from producer Jordan Peele and director Justin Tipping. So you think this could be another fresh entry? Think again. This is a sports horror movie that's more into surrealism than the very nature of the sport, and tells the story of a young football player named Cam, played by Tyriq Withers, who is given the chance to go pro, but he must spend a week with his idol, the legendary quarterback Isaiah White, played by Marlon Wayans.
If you want to transcend the game, you have to dig deep. Your mind and your body have to be in sync.
As much as the kid grew up on this quarterback, he ends up placing Cam in a crazy nightmare where pressure and behaviors are what makes the game.
Wait, what are we doing? That man's smile about to be on the floor. This is how you do your teammate? What is this? In this game, violence is rewarded, so learn to enjoy it. Get your shit together!
Throughout this movie, Cam is attacked by mascots and crazy people, one of which contribute to his head injury, and we do get x-ray images of the injuries sustained. Wayans has taken on the surreal genre before in Requiem for a Dream, but this movie seems to be more interested in the bizarre moments than the sinister nature the former quarterback reveals himself to be. And coming on the heels of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Withers is not having a good movie year, especially when he has to be the silent and ambitious one trying to be the next GOAT. If Tipping collaborates with Peele, then he should act like a protege and not a wannabe. Our next movie is A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, the latest collaboration between Coco Kanada and his After Yang star Colin Farrell. This is labeled a drama, a romance, and a fantasy, and it must be Farrell's corniest of the genre since Winter's Tale. In A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, he plays a lonely man who rents a car from a Wes Anderson-like place and drives it to a friend's wedding where he meets Margot Robbie as another lonely person with the same rental car, and both their GPSs have Jodie Turner-Smith's voice.
Interstate for 249 miles. David?
So are we talking to each other now?
Do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Yes.
The GPS sends them on a journey through magic doors with no chicken jockeys or Cheshire cats, but places in their paths.
You're late, come on. How old am I? 15. I'm 15.
Cool. How old am I?
I don't know, 40?
I'm gonna kill you.
Now, as I began to watch A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, I wonder if maybe Farrell and Robbie should have had Wes Anderson or Celine Song guide their story instead of Coco Kanada. He's a visionary filmmaker, but his latest movie has no sense of direction, just cynicism, Back to the Future type moments when David mentions Jason Bourne's name in the early 90s, and corny dialogue. It's a beautiful looking movie with the doors and scenery, but it's not big or bold enough for my taste. Next up, The Senior, another football movie this week, but not a horror movie. Instead, it's a faith-based drama based on the true story on how Mike Flint returned to his alma mater to play football at the age of 59. Michael Chiklis is very good as Mike.
I wish I could go back and do it all over again. I'm eligible.
Eligible for what?
To play?
That's Rob Corddry as his new coach, who isn't all that thrilled, while his much younger teammates might see him as an old man. He does have his misses, but Mike proves he's ageless on the field.
How are you doing this at your age, man?
He's like a 59-year-old Rudy.
And his family wants him to let go of his demons, especially when they threaten to make his son, Brendan Flynn, estranged from him.
This game, it's a second chance.
We're not defined by our successes. We're defined by our regrets. And I've had a ton.
The Senior was directed by Rod Lurie, who used to be a film critic for such publications as the New York Daily News, Los Angeles, and Movie Line, among others, and his directing credits include The Contender and The Outpost. And while the screenplay is corny with all the cliches of a comeback sports movie, the spirit of it and Chiklis' performance as Mike keeps us watching. He's the one with the convictions and emotions to merge with the qualities and difficulties the player had. I've never heard of Mike Flint before I saw this movie, and I'm not a football expert, but I do like football movies as long as they know the sport and players. The Senior knows this player and wants to speak for him about his past and present. Next up, Waltzing with Brando, which tells the story of how architect Bernard Judge was developing a home and resort in Tahiti for the godfather himself, Marlon Brando. John Heder plays Judge, while Billy Zane has the look and feel of Brando.
To live out there with even a moderate amount of modern convenience would be a monumental undertaking.
Bernie can build it.
I want to build the hotel right here.
Wait, hotel? What hotel?
How else do you think I'm going to pay for all this?
It's all based on Judge's memoir, but like the project, the movie ends up being complicated, only instead of money and water problems, the screenplay has its cliches that are more exhausting and typical than they are Oscar-worthy.
Working on a process to bring clean, drinkable water to the island. Made from my own urine.
There are believable moments when Zane recreates iconic scenes from The Godfather and Superman the movie, and Waltzing with Brando does share its passion for the environment like the real Brando did, but the movie doesn't really leave up to the imagination. We get names like Richard Dreyfuss and Tia Carrera in the mix, but they don't amount to much. Internet Movie Database calls this movie a drama, but I don't think it was taking Brando and Judge's connection very seriously. I could look at Zane all day as Brando, but the movie makes us an offer we can refuse. And our last movie is The Summer Book, a beautifully photographed and well-acted but meandering drama set on a summer in the Gulf of Finland. Glenn Close stars as the grandmother whose son, Anders Danielsson Lai, and granddaughter Sophia, played by Emily Matthews, all spend the summer in a shack.
Come with me. Mommy's favorite tree. You think it will grow?
There's a stronger connection between the grandmother and granddaughter than the father and daughter because Sophia feels that her father has been different with her since her mother passed away, that he doesn't love her anymore. But her grandmother is a wise old woman and knows that's not true.
He doesn't love me since she died.
That is nonsense.
I'm trying.
I won't be here forever.
Directed by Charlie McDowell and co-produced by his wife Lily Collins, The Summer Book shows us a somber and sometimes very funny look at the connection between a little girl and her wise grandmother. Matthews is very good in her first movie role, while Close also delivers with the accent and sentimentality. But the screenplay isn't perfect, as we also get the father who, like in the book, is a reserved background character. I may not have read the book, but for a movie they should have given him more development instead of having him rely on the rising action just to make his character meaningful. I wanted to like this movie for the chemistry between the grandmother and granddaughter and the gorgeous look of the place, but it ends up being a missed opportunity. Recapping this week's new movies, thumbs way down for Him, thumbs down for A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, thumbs up for The Senior, thumbs down for Waltzing with Brando, and thumbs down for The Summer Book. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe and I'll see you at the movies.